Panthers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Let's go. 30 base.
Right there in the middle. 55. Record. Check. Check 52. Check 4.
Hit it.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Back to the Mike back to.
Off play action. Herbert. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Davis now to return it. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
He was brought down by James Bradbury. A gain of 13 yards. And a Dolphin first down.
Set. 19. 59. 54. 57.
On first down, it's Watson. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 50-yard line.
Set. 19. 50 wants the mic. Hey, here I come.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Now a first down throw. Watson. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards, good enough for a first. You were telling me this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, you got 3, three down.
49, check 49, check 49.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And a short gain here down to the 22. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Dolphins 3, Panthers nothing.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
You get Rodney. You get
Haywood. Snap.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Thomas has got it. Complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communicate.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there for the Panthers. 42 yards.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Herbert eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas there to make the grab. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Dancing to his left. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Come on,
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Let's go, let's go, get set.
No game on this defense, no game.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along, because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Check 31, check 31. Let's go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Dolphins' 35-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got one.
2nd and 5. He gets it to Thomas. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed.
Five.
On 3rd and 2, Herbert. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's... Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Let's get it.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. He'll have a first down past the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and he will find his man on the outside. A very solid gain of 27. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Second down and goal. Watson, and now he's going to use his legs. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. Check that.
Now Watson on third and goal. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 38. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Let's go. 36. 59.
On first and 10, Watson buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again is Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken at the 3. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Gano for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now Watson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Herbert. And Thomas has it. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Looking to throw. Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go. 90, Wolf.
Let him know.
Gone.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Being chased out left. Open man is Samuel, complete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Ready? 8, read.
5. Pick me up. Here we go.
Get it.
Off the play fake. Herbert. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready up.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Sweet river. Sweet river.
From the gun, Herbert. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Slam.
Hey, zoom. Go.
Throwing again. Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 57 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. To throw is Watson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the air now with Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun, Herbert. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Right back to him on first down. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third down and 12. Watson now to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Off play action. Herbert. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, 58 yards. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. Here's Watson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Watson now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Shift! Watch the shift!
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Hard. Go. Ready?
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 38.
132 fighter.
First down.
Smooth.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. Cut.
5.
On 1st and 10, Herbert, that's to McCaffrey, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. They're all finished in the bout down in Houston. And emerging victorious, the Colts. A win would be their 1st of the young season. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll roll him out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Herbert on the move to his left. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And, partner, I must say, good to see